says they're making an impassioned speech going after Donald Trump for suggesting that the judge overseeing his Trump University case is biased because his parents are born in Mexico. Menendez, one of 3 Hispanic lawmakers serving in the upper chamber, joins me now from Capitol Hill. Senator, always good to have you on. Thanks so much for being with me. We have heard over the past 24 hours from South Carolina's Lindsey Graham. We just heard from Senator Jeff Flake there a short time ago. Speaker Ryan came out, said that Trump's comments are also racist as well. What say you to the response from the GOP to Donald Trump's comments?
Well, look, words have consequences in history, and the speaker said it the best, that it is a textbook example of a racist remark. And the problem is that outside of the speaker, I have a lot of colleagues who are distancing themselves from Donald Trump, saying that what he said was inappropriate, in other words, similar, but not calling it for what it is. And in a country that is so diverse like America, the bottom line is we don't need to have someone who wants to lead a country by taking one group of people and turning them against another group of people. And that's what Donald Trump's comment about Judge Curiel was really the essence all about. It's what his campaign has been about. And that's why I felt compelled to go and speak out about it.
Senator Menendez, what you just said, this idea that your colleagues, while they've criticized what he said, they haven't called him out for saying something racist. Why do you think that is? Or have they said to you in private why they have not condemned his comments more roundly?
I think it's strictly a question of politics. He's their presumptive nominee. He's going to be the one running for election as president from their party. Many of them are up for re-election. They're worried about both the things he says, but at the same time, they're worried about the movement behind him. And I just think this is not an essence of a profile in courage. I don't think it takes a lot of courage to get up on the Senate floor and to say that something that is said by someone who wants to lead our country is racist, if in fact it is. And it is a textbook example of racism. And so they should get up and speak out, and then I think they would be more admired. But at the end of the day, just trying to maneuver and turn themselves into a pretzel and trying to describe what's their apology for Donald Trump is just simply not cutting it.
Bernie Sanders, as you know, headed back now to Vermont. He's got a big meeting tomorrow with President Obama. We heard from Vice President Joe Biden at the top of the hour here saying that the senator should be given his own time to decide what to do moving forward. You served with him for nearly a decade. What advice would you give to Bernie Sanders?
Republican colleagues to be intellectually honest. We need them to speak the truth and say it's impeachable so we can mount a bipartisan defense of the Constitution and all that America stands for. I, for one, am prepared to defend our Constitution. I will vote guilty on the articles of impeachment, not because of loyalty to any party, not because of how it will or won't play in any upcoming election. I will vote for impeachment and removal not because I hate this president, because I don't, but because I love our country more. I took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and with this vote, I intend to do so. I opposed Trump's right-wing Supreme Court justices. He endorsed them. He will be another vote for Donald Trump. I will stand up to Donald Trump. And because this election has never mattered more, I ask you for your vote.
Tonight, a stiff sentence for a man who was once one of the most powerful members of the Senate. A federal judge handing down an 11-year sentence to Bob Menendez, a Democrat from New Jersey, for numerous crimes, including bribery, extortion, and acting as a foreign agent.
President Trump is right. This process is political, and it's corrupted to the core.
Judge Sidney Stein slamming Menendez, saying he lost his way and failed the voters. Menendez was convicted of taking cash, gold bars, and a new Mercedes in exchange for actions that in part benefited foreign governments. An FBI search of his home turned up hundreds of thousands of dollars, some stuffed in bags, clothing, even shoes. Prosecutors also say he used his position as chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee to help New Jersey businessmen. 2 of them sentenced today, 1 to 7 years in federal prison, and the other 8. Menendez asked for a lesser sentence, citing his years of public service. He resigned from the Senate in August after his conviction. The 71-year-old emotional in court, recounting his life story, the child of Cuban refugees who became a mayor, a congressman, and finally a U.S. senator.
I am innocent, and I look forward to filing appeals on a whole host of issues.
His wife, scheduled to go on trial in March for her alleged role in the scheme. She has pleaded not guilty. Menendez has said he did not know his wife was taking cash and gold bars from longtime friends.
And John, another story on your radar tonight. There's news about the corruption case involving New York City Mayor Eric Adams.
That's right, Lester. A lawyer for Adams has reached out to the Justice Department with a plea for the charges to be dropped against him. That, according to two officials briefed on the matter. So far, we're told federal prosecutors have no plans to drop the case.
Yes.